What's good, YouTube? Gary here. This is Black Man's Wheels, and today we are going to be working on the e30 again. So my man Ricky's on his way. So what I'm going to plan on doing is trying to push the car out. I moved the e46 out the way, so we'll be working on it right here, I guess. The G30 is at BMW of Rockville right now. I need brake pads and something else done. Guy just got off the phone with him. He's talking about $900. So let's move all this stuff out, maybe clean a little. Alright, so I managed to get this out by myself. It's kind of light, and there's a bit of an incline on the garage, so it wasn't that bad pushing it out. These little basket weaves are kind of terrible. So yeah, I guess this is a good time to somewhat clean this out. I do want to organize this mess. Maybe get an electrician to come in here, install like an outlet, maybe where I have this hole right there. That way I don't have to run this extension cord from my garage door. Look at this thing, boy. So this is set up because the hanger broke. So let me see if I can figure out getting this hanger situated so my muffler isn't scraping. All right, on second thought, this coming up on camera, but I might as well just take this muffler completely off. Man, I don't think I've ever looked under here. That's quite interesting. Alright, so I bought this car back in 2002. End of 2002, beginning of 2003 maybe. Never knew what PT stood for. Power Tech. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand. It was a nice sounding muffler. Got my DTM style rear view, what do you call those? Side mirrors. Got them taken off. I'm gonna remove the tail lights. Maybe able to clean these up a little bit. I still like them. I think there was somebody's attempt at StarTex, and my hella lights. Let's take those out. My kidney grill. All right, got the lights out. Expired November of 2014. It's kind of crazy. All this time, and I never registered it in Maryland. Didn't really have the money to. Yeah, so I got the lights out. I'll figure out a way of getting this off so I can get to these washers. I never liked those. that was always something that I was gonna do. Previous owner had them on there. What else? Guess I figure out how to get this off. Guess maybe I can do it right here. Alright, so it's the next day, and I decided to leave some of the stuff out, and it got rained on. Let me see if, what you doing, buddy? Put some clothes on. Alright, so we didn't get, it's not wet in there. It probably wasn't smart to leave this out. Looks like a bird pooped there. Oh, you know what? So yesterday, I haven't been in the back of this garage in so long, but I had bought another dash, crack-free dash. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me turn some lights on. Well, the lighting in here isn't the greatest. I'm gonna change that eventually. But anyway, I don't know if I ever filmed. So there was this guy that was in Herndon or Centerville, Falls Church, somewhere around there. He was selling this e30 crack-free dash, and I jumped on it, right? But in my head, it still had a crack, and I was upset. So I talked him down. Now I can't find the crack at all. So was I tripping? Am I misremembering? Is this some sort of Mandela effect? If y'all don't know about the Mandela effect, it's like, you know, people have a memory of something that didn't ever happen. But now I'm excited again. I'm like, oh, I had a crack-free dash in my garage this whole time. I'm tripping, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. But anyway, I'm continue to start sorting. Take this time just to clean up. Kids have already just thrown stuff in the spot. Yeah, let's clean this up. Alright, so a few days have passed. I'm trying to process a few things. So we picked up the G30, and let's just say another bad customer experience. So I've shared this story in the past. I apologize if this is regurgitation. But when we first moved up here, 2013, I just Googled the closest BMW dealership near me, and BMW Rockville turned up. At the time I had the E38, and I don't know, the customer service was kind of bad. You know, they would just keep the car for weeks on end and not give us any update. Had to keep constantly calling, hey, what's going on with the car? I don't know. So one day, a receptionist was there, and she was kind of, you know, I don't know, being I don't know. I don't know what to describe it as. She just wasn't really friendly, like kind of dismissive. And then eventually she's like, why do you why do you keep bringing your car here, basically? And I was just like, what do you mean? She's like, you know, don't you live in Silver Spring? Like, yeah. Like, why don't you take your car to BMW of Silver Spring? I was like, oh, I didn't even know there was a BMW of Silver Spring. So ever since then, that's where I went. But if you know, we bought the car, BMW Rockville. So while purchasing it, I told the salesman, I said, yeah, we stopped coming here because y'all's customer services is woody poo poo, right? And he's like, no, give us a chance, give us a, you know. So that's the only reason why I took it to Rockville. But I don't know. They called me Saturday, and he's like, so we got to do your rotors. And I said, no, we don't. He said, yeah, we do the brakes. You got to do your rotors. I said, look, I'm not paying to have new OEM rotors. I plan on upgrading, you know, my whole brake system. I'm just getting these brakes done for now, so I'm not endangering myself. So he's like, okay. So he did my oil change, brakes, and then brake flush, right? So it was all gonna come to $900. And so I'm like, actually, I was kind of cool with it. But Karen was like, have you ever had a brake flush before? I said, nah, but maybe these new cars, I don't know. So she's like, nah, we're not doing that. So she's Googling stuff, and she's like, well, you only need this every 30,000 miles or whatever. So I told the guy, nah, we're not gonna do that. So he's like, okay. But then he sends me an invoice, and it's totaling like, now instead of $900, now it's totaling like $2,700. I'm like, what is this? It's like, you need your caliper seized up or something. So I'm like, that's odd. So, but then he sends me a link to a mechanic. Mechanic has a video, and he's like, yeah, we had an issue with this rear right caliper, but I got it fixed. I was able to change your brake, but in the future, you might want to look into getting a new caliper. So, oh, okay. So they close at 4 p.m. And so this was around 2:45. Right, and so time is ticking, and we go to pick the car up, and this is after 4. By the time we get over there and start talking, and the car is out front, right? Like it's done. It's parked out front. And so reception is there. It's just like, I'm sorry, you know, whatever they call the guy, the project manager, whatever. He's like, he's gone for today. So we call him up. He's like, yeah, the mechanic said he couldn't get your brakes done because your caliper seized up. I said, no, he's got it done. He said, no, that's not what the mechanic told me. I said, you sent me a link. You sent me this link of the mechanic saying that he changed it. He said, nope. So I play him the video that he sends me, and my battery's about to die. Alright, what up YouTube? This is going to be my intro from the new video and my ending of whatever it was I was rambling on about BMW Rockville being horrible. But we are about to go to